Hello friends, welcome to this video. So in this video we will look at how to build out a HTML to Markdown converter right in the browser itself using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and we'll be using a open source library for converting the HTML to Markdown. So here you will paste your HTML, and on the right hand side, as you paste inside this text area, automatically your HTML will be converted to Markdown, and now you can simply copy this Markdown. So very simple, you paste your HTML and then automatically that HTML will be converted to Markdown. And for doing this conversion, we are actually using a open source library of JavaScript, which is Turndown. Turndown is actually a package. If you just write on Google, Turndown.js, it's a HTML to Markdown converter library in JavaScript, and it is entirely written in JavaScript, and this is their GitHub repo official website. They are also given an example right here. So here you will paste your HTML and then your HTML is converted to Markdown. So I will show you how to use this library right in the browser itself using a CDN, and you can just see here. I will now show you. So let me delete everything and start from scratch. So I just included the CDN of Bootstrap and this library Turndown.js CDN right here, a script tag that I included. And now to make this application, we will write the UI. We will have the container class of Bootstrap. Inside this, we will define a heading. It will simply say that HTML to Markdown converter. And then we will have the row class. Inside this, we will have call MD6. So here you will allow the user to enter the HTML. So the user will enter the HTML in the text area. So we will basically give it an ID here to this element text area, which is HTML input. So here the user will also be giving a bootstrap class of form control, and rows will be 10. We will be giving a placeholder. So we will simply tell the user, please enter HTML code here. So if you just open this, it will look something like this. You will see, you will have your text area. So after this, we will have another section right here, side by side, and then it will have call MD6, and here it will be showing the Markdown output on the right hand section. Again, this will be a text area. This time this will only be read only mode. The user can't change the value. It can only be read. And we will basically give an ID to this element as well, which is a Markdown output. We'll give it a class here of again form control. We'll give it a placeholder text. Which will be Markdown output. Will appear here. That's it. So now we have two sections, this section and this section. So I think we need to give here rows. 10. So we have now the input text area where you will paste your HTML. So now we need to write the JavaScript code required for this application. So inside the JavaScript, we first of all need to initialize the Turndown.js library for converting the HTML to Markdown. So first of all, we make a variable Turndown service. We need to initialize that. So we have this constructor of Turndown service. Initialize the constructor, and this object actually, first of all, we'll bind a listener, on click listener to the button. We'll basically target the input element, input text area. We have given an ID to it. So we'll just binding a input event handler. So when you copy paste any text, this function will execute, which is convert HTML to Markdown. So this function will actually take place, convert HTML to Markdown. So let me just put alert statement. So what will happen if you type anything in the text area, this function will automatically trigger. So now inside this function, what we need to do, we need to take the whatever what the user is entering. So we need to again target the element by its ID, HTML input. This time we need to get the value, so you'll simply say dot value. So after we get the HTML, now we need to convert this into the Markdown. So we can simply create a variable Markdown output, and we will use this Turndown service object, and it contains a function right here which is Turndown, and here it will take the HTML input, and then now we can simply show the output in the Markdown output. We have given that ID. So dot value is equal to whatever is the Markdown output which is coming. Really simple. If you see, we first of all got the value by using dot value by targeting the ID that we have given. Then we are using this Turndown service. It contains a function Turndown which actually takes the HTML and returns our Markdown. Now we are showing the output Markdown in this by using its ID. We have given this ID. If you see to the output text area, this Markdown output, we have given this ID. So we are simply showing this. So now if you directly paste your HTML, let me paste this HTML. So now you can see as you paste the HTML, this HTML is translated to the Markdown. So in this way you can easily turn any HTML to Markdown very simply. Now you can simply copy this Markdown and paste it anywhere else. Let's suppose create a new file, sample MD, and here you can paste it. So your HTML is successfully converted to Markdown. So in this way you can make this using this library which I showed you, Turndown, which is a HTML to Markdown converter library in JavaScript. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well, and do check my website freemediatools.com for more tools like this. So I will be seeing you in the next one.